Okay, there's two different ways that you can attach your lid. Doesn't matter which one you choose, but we do need a removable lid. So this project, I took the lid and I scored, and then I added slip, and now I'm almost done blending the seam. So to blend it, whether it's for your lid or the sides, if it's the inside, I hold on to the opposite side, like I would hold on to the inner corner. But obviously, since I'm putting the lid on, I can't access that space. But you can just kind of take your finger with a little pressure and drag across your seams, kind of help pull, and that helps to blend it. So then I started to cut out the design that I want for my lid. So you want to lightly draw it, and then let's see, I'm gonna use this side. So you want to lightly draw it, and then you want to go like a little deeper with your carving each time until you poke your carving through. So if you try to take your needle tool or your paper clip or whatever you're using to carve and you go through the entire layer at once, it's going to end up really jaggedy. So by going like a little bit deeper each time you carve, that should help to give us a smoother, clean cut. So I would just continue that all the way, and then my lid will be attached to the side, similar to this project. And then we can go through and add and smooth it. Your other option is to just have a flat lid that sits on top. So if you choose that method, we want to add a coil onto the inside, which kind of locks it in. So if this just sits, it could really easily fall off. So within the inner walls about here, because we don't want it to hit your edge, you want to slip and score, and then you want to take a piece of clay. So I've already rolled this out. You can either roll it into a slab and cut like rectangles, or you can roll a coil and use a rounded coil. I'm just going to use the slab, so they don't have to be like super thick pieces. So I would take this, and again, if I'm adding anything, whether it's building my box or adding details, anytime we're adding clay, we are scoring like we did yesterday, and then in between we are adding slip. So I'm not just getting my finger wet, I'm getting some of that clay on it, applying it to one of the surfaces, and then I would stick this, and I would make a whole entire square of that. But again, I would check to make sure that my lid can still sit flat. Then you would not blend and smear that. So this isn't the greatest example, but here is a student example of that. The lid is a little bit small, but so you can see that coil really locks it in, and they could have done a little better blending their coil, but that works. So then once your lid is on, you have the rest of the time with our clay unit to add details and textures and designs. You can add them by carving, you can add them by adding things on. Again, they can like cover from different sides. It doesn't need to just be isolated on each side. When you're adding stuff, it cannot really be thicker than your thumb. So if the clay is so thick, the moisture does not dry out, and then it leads to problems in the kiln. So those are your methods for your lids. Choose what you like.